So one of the most anticipated games of the year came out last week, and since it's been getting rave reviews, I figured I'd throw my lot in with the crazy enamoured crowd. This is a spoiler-free quick review based on about 40 hours of gameplay to completion, but if you only clicked out of curiosity or you just want the long and short of it, here it is. Horizon Zero Dawn is pretty bloody great, and if you own a PS4 you should absolutely give it a shot. Now, I'm not going to harp on about this, but I would like to quickly express how much of a shame it is that this game is a PS4 exclusive, because it definitely deserves a much bigger crowd. With that out of the way, let's get on with the rapid review. Horizon puts you in the shoes of Aloy, a young tribal warrior outcast and shunned by her neighbours for reasons initially unbeknownst. Spurred on by the tribe's hatred and dismissal of her, she persuades her guardian and mentor Rost, another outcast who's chosen to raise her despite his own dark past, to train her up enough to win a contest called the Proving, which will legitimise her existence within the tribe, potentially provide the answers to who she is and where she came from as well. Alongside Aloy's journey of self-discovery is a mysterious and engrossing series of questions surrounding the destruction of the Old Ones, the world of humanity that existed 1,000 years before. If I said much more, I'd be venturing towards spoiler territory, so trust me when I say that the Old Ones storyline is equally, if not more interesting than Aloy's personal story, long before and long after the point at which the two become inextricably intertwined. Now, initially I thought the story was going in a completely different direction owing to particular circumstances that occur in the first few hours, so I was pleasantly surprised when the plot rocketed off in a totally different realm of brilliance. The ongoing mystery of the main plot is fascinating, perfectly paced in such a way that the game teases and tantalises you with tiny jigsaw pieces of a grander puzzle, before slowly drawing it all together towards the end. This allows the player to formulate their own theories, which evolve and expand as each new piece of the puzzle is given or uncovered. There's a lot to find in this game, from old world collectibles to vocal or written data logs that give more and more complexities to the story. The more you hunt for them, the more interesting they become, informing both the player and Aloy's view of the world. In a pleasant twist from the usual downfall of open world RPGs, what Aloy knows will affect various side quests. The dialogue will change based on the point in the main story that you're at. The attention to detail in the writing is stunning, and it's greatly helped by Aloy's fantastic voice actor, Ashley Birch. She does a fantastic job as Aloy, but she is noticeably the best voice actor in the game. Rost's actor, JB Blank, and a handful of others do a great job as well, but the game's filled with bizarre transatlantic accents that can be a little distracting at times. If you're now at the point where you're wondering whether what you're seeing is the PS4 Pro, I'm delighted to confirm that this buttery smooth gameplay was recorded on a basic launch day PS4. The game is blissfully smooth. In 40 hours I encountered only one instance of frame drops after launching a series of 6 firebombs at a group of 8 enemies who were all firing lasers at me, and I've only had a minuscule handful of glitches. I've had no crashes, no game-breaking bugs, no collision or pathing issues, which is pretty damn impressive for a basic PS4. The game looks absolutely stunning, rich and overflowing with extraordinary detail at every turn, and not once do the beautiful landscapes and plethora of complex, intricate enemies adversely affect performance. The draw distance, texture quality and freedom of movement as you race back and forth on foot or Skyrim up mountains amounts to easily the most visually impressive open world game on consoles, if not one of the most impressive games of the current generation. The time and effort the team has put into making sure the game actually functions has absolutely paid off, so kudos to you, Guerrilla Studios. I'll leave a link in the description to a PS4 Pro comparison video if anyone's curious. In all honesty, I've struggled to find something about Horizon that genuinely bothers me. From time to time it can feel like enemies deal a lot more damage than they should, with hitboxes being a touch wonky at times, and getting swarmed by enemies can sometimes feel unfair or irritating, but to be frank, these are such rare occurrences they're hardly worth mentioning. The way the world has been pieced together means it feels enormous, despite not actually being that massive, and Guerrilla has allowed for the probability that people will miss defined paths up mountains or buildings, meaning there are often multiple ways to an objective if you're struggling to find the proper path. There are a huge variety of weapons and armour with a number of ways of dealing with quests and enemies, and the feeling of success you get after bringing down a particularly large and seemingly unconquerable beast is so fulfilling that you'll find yourself actively seeking bigger and better challenges just for the thrill of the hunt. The perfect balance has been struck between exploration, combat and story. The map is never inundated with enemies and there's always plenty of downtime to just relax and enjoy yourself. There are a lot of things I can't mention due to their impact on the world and the story, but hopefully my 5 minutes of gushing and the beautiful scenery of the video have convinced you to at least consider a rental. I'd say the game is absolutely worth your money though. If you're a fan of epic open worlds and intriguing philosophical storylines, or you're just looking for something big and pretty to explore, Horizon is a must-buy, and though it's still early in the year, I'm confident in saying it's a strong contender for Game of the Year. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you soon.
I'm here, and wherever you go, I will follow.
I've had no crashes, no game-breaking oh, Jesus! Blugs. No game-breaking blugs.